Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the atmos character of our world around us, and this time we will just talk about another anniversary of the start of the World War II in Europe that for Poland took place yesterday, and for Germany and for England and France and their colonies and so on. Actually not for all colonies at the same time, because African Union, so nowadays South Africa, declared war to Germany on the 6th of September, but for majority of British and French speaking territories, the start of the Second World War is took place actually on the 3rd of September 1939. And of course, anniversaries, ceremonies, declarations, of course, Polish government, just to boost up its chances to win another elections, declares that Poland will seek the way to squeeze money from Germany for repatriations. They present the height of the repatriations, how they should be according to current value in the currency, blah 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 blah. We know all political blah blah propaganda, and nothing will come out of it because Germany are too strong, and actually their people are ruling many of countries and nations in Central Europe. So slowly, a German plan from 19th century, Middle Europa, so Middle Europe, is unfortunately materializing, especially when since recently Germany are slowly slipping away from American shoe due to the weak leadership in the recent weak leadership into the current Western power, the largest Western power currently. We will see how the things will develop. But coming back to the Second World War itself, actually, at the beginning of the Second World War, the listeners of my channel already know that, in my opinion, Poland should join the Axis and actually shouldn't interrupt Germany in the conquest of the West, and we, together with them, should join the anti-Bolshevik crusade just to destroy the communism, because it was the most important goal of the Second World War. Unfortunately not materialized, because due to the some errors of some nations, that thanks to the victory of British diplomacy, Poland was confused and joined the western side, and thanks to this, Polish people became first victim. First we were splashed by the first steamroller, that was Nazi Germany. Later, actually we were splashed by two steamrollers in 1939. Later we were splashed by the Soviet steamroller once again, which was pushing back the first steamroller to the west from the Central and Eastern Europe, and we lost a lot of people, materialistic values, national treasures, and so on. Historically, one of the worst disaster, not the worst one, but one of the worst in terms of human losses, one of the worst ones, and we got nothing but 50 years of communism, and now we still have a hiccup because of this national hiccup, strong one, and many problems. That's why it was not a good idea to get manipulated by the Westies, especially by British, who betrayed us and left us alone for German and Soviets, so Russians in practice. And I think we should join the Axis. We should have joined the Axis in 1939 to destroy with Germans Bolsheviks. And people say, what would happen next? In my opinion, most likely German Empire would just share the fate of many empires, like this many quickly created empires within the conquest. So like Alexander's the Great Empire, and it would defragment, or simply it would create a federation state in which each nation would find its better or worse place. Actually, Polish conditions wouldn't be so bad, because we would gain many Soviet territories, and no one knows if this, after defending of the West and Soviet Union, if the nations which would be ruled by relatively normal political system, would simply start pushing back German influences from their territories. So we come back to the first option, but a little bit in a different way. Collapse of the Nazi Germany Empire, but it would be actually good because at least Soviet Union and communism wouldn't be there as a player. So I don't think, in contrast to the people who condemn this idea, that joining Axis would be catastrophic for us as Polish people, or as it was not so catastrophic for other nations of Central Europe. What can we say? That despite German loss, I would say, within the war. And what can we say? Also, we should, that I'm not supporting the propaganda usage of this idea that we should have joined Nazi Germany in the Second World War, so the Axis, because it shows us that we did a mistake that we shouldn't do today. So many people extrapolate, for propaganda reasons, situation from 1939, and they claim that today we also should be close to Germany, so it means to European Union, to have our prosperity and safety. First of all, in 1939 Germany were powerful, military, economically and demographically, and their culture was strong. Nowadays their culture and their demography is completely down, and the economy is badly dependent on Russian resources. Now we see it, we will see this winter, and they are ruled by the obscenely insane ideologies like green agenda, like gender and so on. So their society morally, demographically, economically and military reach the bottom. In some areas they are even knocking the bottom from the other side. It's so bad. That's why joining Germany this time, in my opinion, it's like sewing yourself into the same bag with the dead body. So it means you will rotten with the dead body being still alive. That's why we shouldn't, as Polish people now, join more the European Union, that is ruled by the political and business elites, no longer cultural, I say it on purpose, political and business elites of modern Germany. Really degraded country and degrading society by any means. It's not like in 1939. So that's why I do not support this extrapolating of the situation in 1939 to modern situation in 2020s. But in 1939, I will repeat, I claim and I think that we should have joined Germany within their fight with the Soviet Union. All the best, have a nice evening, bye.